David, fantastic. Fantastic job. This looks fabulous. This is pretty much exactly what I had in mind when I was thinking through and envisioning this in my head when I was going through the first couple of critiques. So I'm really super pleased. I think you're seeing the potential that I was seeing definitely, and I think you got it. Good job. Let's go through some typographic comments on general presentation. So we've got this front that's got this great glow on it. I think this is fabulous. I'm not so sure if this typeface fits. Um, for two reasons. Number one, you don't use it anywhere else in the piece. And number two, you're mixing two decorative typefaces, which is not always the best idea. I would consider something a little bit more legible, a little less decorative for the subhead there. Also, you can see over here on the side here, can you see that right there where that's just cut off right there? Like you placed, you placed this type in the piece, but the margins were too short for the side margins here of your final destination piece. So you're getting cut off right there. Hope you can see that. You can see it right there too. Okay, so good job, fabulous. I think the back has really come so far. It's incredible to me. It's just so much stronger than the first couple of iterations. As such, I still think there's a few things going on here. And if we take a look at, you know what, I'm gonna open this in as a PDF. Hang on one second. There we go. I just wanted to get this open in a PDF so we can take a look at a couple of things. Now, as a PDF, we still see there's a lot of visual stops, and I think that we can minimize that. Here's 1, 2, 3, picture 4, 5, 6, 7. We can start grouping things in order for them not to be viewed as an individual type, rather as part of this composition. Okay, right now I think this is a mistake. I think using the same typeface you use for your title is a mistake. I would reserve that typeface only for the title and select something more legible here. A timeline and biography is okay. I mean, it takes a second to read that, but this is almost illegible. I mean, I'm staring at it and I'm still having problems wondering what it says. So the viewer, you know what happens when a viewer does that. They look at it, they can't make it out immediately, they move on to something else. And that's, as we call, the kiss of death for a graphic designer or a design piece. I'm going to Command R this. I want to show you a couple of things. Command R, I'm just saying I'm going to pull out some rulers. Let's go to the top of your image. Right there, that's a perfectly logical place to start your timeline. Well, to start the type. I think that at the top of the image for alignment, there's no reason for anything to protrude above that point of alignment. So these should all start here. I take that back. Your headlines can go fine right up there. Okay, but let's save that little space there, and that really is going to clean up that header area and make things much more beautiful. Let's take a look at your typography. Okay, that's a widow right there. That's a widow right there. You got two widows. You don't want to do that. You got a couple of areas where your rags are really long, right there, 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 and there. Those are all too long. And then you have a couple of that are really super short too. I think that, you know, you've got this modern serif, and I think that the paragraphs look good, but if you're going to use a modern serif, I'm going to say, we take a look, and I'm going to grab another guide here real quick, and I'm just going to go to your indent, and you can see that that indent it's not consistent. See, that indent there is like 3 spaces. That's what I would do. I would stick with if you want to indent to demarcate your paragraphs, just do a couple of, maybe 3 spaces deep. You don't have to go that deep into the paragraph. It's just too far. It's decimating your left margin. Okay, and then let me see. Over here, the timeline, I think the timeline is stretched out too long. I would condense that timeline to be something about that side right there. And it'll be much more interesting. You know, you won't have to group it in real tightly. I mean, right now, your timeline's going for 6 years, or 9 years. So I'm wondering if there's maybe you could bring the year he was born into this and maybe some other significant years in his life. A lot of people went through their entire lifespan with the timeline. So, all right, other than that, I think you're looking fantastic. All right, any questions? Give me a holler. Good job. Thanks.